We are back with week 4 of the VDL. For those who missed this week's free-for-all episode, fortunately we couldn't play our opponent last week, Record Man, resulting in a forfeit win in our favor. This week though, we're picking things right back up against Muffinzz and the Muffinzz Mudkips. Muffinzz had the first overall draft pick and definitely didn't waste it. We're both sitting at a 2-1 record, and a win here could make a huge impact in our division standings. I'm excited to be back, so let's dive into this week's matchup. Like I said, Muffinzz didn't waste the first overall pick, grabbing Champao in the first round, which is an absolute menace to my team. Though, let's be honest, it's a threat to pretty much any team, but the dangers definitely don't stop there. His two Terra captains, Regirock and Hydrapple, are both major threats, with Hydrapple looking especially scary with a physical defense nasty plot set that can really pressure my squad. Alongside these, Muffinzz has a strong defensive core with hard-hitting mons like Low Kicks and Palmon, both of which I could definitely see showing up this week. This is going to be a tough matchup for us, so let's take a look at who'll be repping the Rookies this week. Sure to no one's surprise, this week Arcanine returns to the squad as my key defensive answer to handle Muffinzz offensive threats like Champao and Low Kicks. With Intimidate and a fully invested spread in HP and defense, Arcanine can comfortably switch into both threats, reducing their damage output significantly. The defensive set has become a staple of this team and has proven to be more than reliable in previous weeks. We're running a consistent moveset of Morning Sun for reliable recovery, Will-O-Wisp to cripple physical threats, Flare Blitz for strong offensive pressure, and finally Extreme Speed for essential priority. In addition to checking Champao and Low Kicks, Arcanine will play a pivotal role in spreading burns and weakening Muffinzz more defensive team members, making it easier for the rest of my team to break through bulkier threats later on in the game. Now, I've been hyping up Torn T every week, expecting it to check teams or land surprise KOs, but either bad luck or misplays have held it back. This week though, that changes. Offensive Torn T looks super strong into my opponent's team. We're running heavy duty boots to avoid hazards with 176 speed EVs and a timid nature to outspeed max speed Screamtail. With Bleak Windstorm, Heat Wave, and Sludge Wave, plus a nasty plot boost, Torn can do some serious damage. This is Torn's week to shine. Urshifu returns this week with a Choice Scarf set designed to clean up weakened threats that Tornadus chips down or to revenge kill Chiampao. Although Urshifu naturally checks Chiampao, I opted for a Scarf set since a +2 Psychic Fangs can still take it down. U-Turn provides momentum, while Close Combat and Surging Strikes are my main sources of damage. I also added Rock Slide just to catch Talonflame without the risk of Flame Body. With 164 speed EVs, Urshifu outspeeds Chiampao, and the remaining EVs are meant to maximize attack while also using an Adamant nature, and the rest dumped into bulk for extra durability. Just like Arcanine, Tinglu returns with its standard defensive set, this week focusing on special defense. We max out its special defense IVs while also heavily investing in HP, only allocating enough points to speed to ensure that I don't get sped crept by Muffin's slower mons. As my only form of Stealth Rock, Tinglu always has a place on the squad, and this week continues to support with Ruination, Earthquake, and Rock Slide. It may be nothing exciting, but Tinglu performs so well, even if it's predictable, it is hard to stop. I know I'm sounding a bit like a broken record with these staple mons, but I really just can't help it. Tentacruel is back again this week with its specially defensive set and heavy duty boots. Liquid Ooze is really good in this matchup for dealing chip damage once Hydrapple hits us with a Giga Drain. We've once again invested just enough speed EVs to avoid getting speed crept, with the rest going into HP and special defense. The moveset is the usual: Knock Off, Rapid Spin, Sludge Bomb, and Flip Turn. Maybe running the same set every week is a sign we drafted some reliable mons. Let's hope Tentacruel continues its great performance this week. You guys can be honest, I know you all miss seeing Regidrago on your screens, but to be fair, so did I. After a solid week 1 performance, Regidrago is back with another mixed set. Terra Steel plus a Lumberry lets me safely set up in front of Screamtail without fearing paralysis, and then hit hard back with Terra Blast. Dragon Claw is our main stab, but Draco Meteor returns to help deal with defensive Hydrapple, doing at least 75% damage after 8 special attack EVs invested. The 204 speed EVs let me outspeed Chiampao after 1 Dragon Dance, and we maxed out attack, putting the remaining 44 EVs into HP for additional bulk. So that's our team going into our week 4 battle. I'll be honest with you all, Muffinzz is a strong battler, and I'm expecting this to be a tough fight for us, but I know we have the team to do the job. There's not much left to say from here, so Muffinzz, good luck to you, and now let's hop right into the battle. All right, welcome to my battle with Muffinzz. Looking at his team, I'm not too surprised by what everything here was. Obviously, Chiempao, Hydrapple, I think are really good into my team. I am surprised that low kicks didn't come. I was really certain that we were going to see that just because it adds a lot of offensive pressure to my team. Palmont is something to be worried about. As far as how I want to lead from here, if I'm him, I think either something like Bronzong, maybe even Screamtail to get up rocks early are good. I think what I can do to lead off and feel safe about it is go into Urshifu first. Just because I feel like I can comfortably lead off in U-turn. The only thing that I'm somewhat gonna consider is if Palmont comes in, and I don't want to risk that being Choice Scarf right off the bat. So we'll have to see how he leads off and how it goes from there. I need to click done. I didn't do that at all. So good thing I checked that. But good luck, Muffins. Let's see how this goes. So leads off with the Talonflame. Now this thing could have the Gale Wings. Don't necessarily like risking that super early on. Also don't want to get burned if that's the case. So I think it's fairly easy to go into either Tinglu or Arcanine. And I think I am going to go Tinglu just because I want to try to get my rocks up if I can help it. This is his only way of getting rid of hazards with defog, so I'm assuming that's going to be the case with this one. So maybe it's something along the lines of like defog, U-turn, Brave Bird Fire move is at least my best guess at this. Let's see what he decided to do. I am specially defensive Tinglu, so this is like super offensive. Yeah, so he goes for the Will-O-Wisp. You know, not great. I didn't really want to go into Arcanine without really being too sure what this was going to be just yet. I'd rather not take all that damage if I can help it. As far as this, I just go into Stealth Rock. So it does go into Hydrapple. This thing is a major threat. I am Spadef, so we'll see what he wants to go for. In Mox, the main set that I was fighting was physical defense, or max physical defense, nasty plot. And that was something that was just very hard to counter. It could also easily be AV. What I think I'm going to do first is just Ruination, just to get this thing down chipped a little bit. I imagine, so he doesn't go for a Terra. Let's see. Goes for Infestation. Okay, this is a little frustrating, but depending on what comes from here, I mean, I don't think I'll be able to survive long enough to live this. A little bit frustrating. With the burn as well, I'm taking a decent amount of damage. I imagine if it's Infestation, it's probably going to be Recover. But I think I just click Ruination again and again. Getting this thing low is nice, yeah. So he's just going to keep clicking Recover. Ultimately, this isn't bad, depending on how long Infestation turns last. Oh man, this is frustrating. But you know, I was so worried about this thing being like some form of like offensive setup that I think it was worthwhile to chip this down and at least play it safe early on. I'll just continue to click Ruination. He clicks Skid Drain. That does a lot. Grit. That does make sense. I was about to say, being fully Spadef, I didn't really expect it to do that much. Didn't check it. Okay, I was about to say, I wasn't quite sure if Infestation was over yet. So I am going to go down here. I just click Ruination again. This thing being down is a little frustrating, but having Hydrapple low is nice. Okay, so he recovers here. I feel like you should have gone for the kill. So maybe I don't know. Does Infestation end this turn? It does not. So I do go down. Bit unfortunate. So we know it's Infestation. That's okay. This thing could be Fairy. What I think I'm gonna go do here is... Okay, so I'm deciding between Tornadus or Tentacruel here. I think it makes the most sense to go Tentacruel and get a knockoff on something. If I get Infestation, then I can just flip turn right out, but I do want to knock this thing off. See what he wants to go for here. So he's going to Terra. I'm predicting Poison. It made the most sense, yeah. I just need to get a knockoff on this thing. Yeah, so full Fizz Def Rocky Helmet made sense. I'm just going to... Yeah, I need to turn this health bar back on. I keep forgetting to do that. There we go. So I have a few different options here, but I think my best play is to just flip turn into Torn. Okay, so he does switch. GM Pow is here. I get a flip turn off. So I could go Arcanine right away and just threaten something with a burn. I could also reveal Scarf here. I think I'm going to go Arcanine first. I don't want to reveal my Scarf just yet. I think it could come in handy later on. So if I'm him, who do I go out into? I don't think anything really wants to do a burn except for Talonflame. He could go out into Screamtail to get his rocks up, or to try to status me. Talonflame could come out. I think I'm just gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp and cripple something. Yeah, Screamtail does come out. Oh, nope, Fairy Tail, that is Talonflame. Well, what does this thing realistically want to do to me, is the question. Like, I'm gonna E-Speed to potentially break a Gale Wings. I imagine it's Flame Body, but... Okay, so Defog does come out. So I'm gonna play this game without rocks. They weren't, like, mostly needed. It was nice for the chip, but... I think from here... I want him to switch out, and I want him to take a Flare Blitz. So I'm going to go for that. I feel like he's going to just U-turn. I'm full Fizz Dev. This thing can't really do anything to me, and I would love to keep getting chip on this, or really whatever comes out into. So I'm gonna Flare Blitz here. Yeah, so I imagine like Screamtail could be coming out. Again, I keep saying that, but so this thing's at full max. Okay, so I cannot let this thing get trapped. that is one thing that we know. This thing, and I think what I'm going to do first is go Tentacruel. He could go easily for Earth Power here, and if that's the case, I don't think I'll go down, but we'll see what he goes for. I imagine it's going to be... Okay, Earth Power is a good play. I'm just going to go back and flip turn on this thing. So what do we know? It's Recover, Infestation, Earth Power. Probably Fickle Beam. I'd imagine that's the last move. So it keeps swapping out. That's interesting that you keep swapping out on this. Okay. So I think I'm gonna go actually reveal my scarf now. I'll go Urshifu. And I'm just gonna click U-turn. If he stays in, then I will just go right back into Arcanine. But I feel like if I'm bringing this in, I feel like you gotta know it's Scarf, right? Hmm. Oh man, we're not out yet. I mean, his team it is getting slowly chipped down. Mainly this Chimpao. That Hydrapple is just so annoying to deal with. Talonflame's weakened, so that's good. So it does withdraw, more than likely fearing the Scarf. Brings out 80s. So that is a good amount of chip damage. Okay. So I could do one of two things here. I could go in and Terra and get a D-Dance off. I'm Lumberry, so I don't care about that. I don't want to get T-Waved on Torn. I think that's my play right now. I think I'm going to switch this in. And I'm just going to... Terra. I want to weaken this. My main win con right now, I think, is Torn. So I'm just going to go for this, and I'm just going to go for a Terra. So maybe T-Wave comes out. I don't think Wish would be any reason to go right now. Everything's pretty fully healed up right now. Oh, so I'm faster. I didn't think I was going to be faster. So hopefully he doesn't predict this and go Encore. Okay, just goes for T-Wave. So I'm going to burn my Lumberry here. So, not speed, definitely bulky. Do you want to take a Terra Blast Steel is the question. Because, like, Bronzong's a pretty easy switch into this. But I think I am going to go straight for the Terra Blast. So he lets me get a hit off. I imagine just a T-Wave again. Does a lot of damage. Yep, Encore is fine. So they could easily go Bronzong right now. They could also T-Wave. I think I get an easier switch. I think I just go Terra Blast here and keep this thing low. Yeah. I wanted to go for the Bronzong switch. It made easily the most sense. We'll see what item this is. Does a decent amount of damage. I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna go Tentacruel. He gets like rocks up, then I'll just spin him and sack this. Goes for Earthquake. Which is fine. Alright. So here I'm gonna go Torn. I don't think you'd want us to go in for a nasty plot. So I think what's gonna happen. Man, I don't have a switch in really to Palm Out anymore. It's kind of scary. But think I'm gonna do nasty plot. See what he wants to do. Alright, let's see what he went to. Went out to 80s. This is really good. This is super good. Okay. So I can click Sludge Wave here and knock this thing out. That's great. Torm knocks out Scream. So you're gonna go Ice Move. I'm gonna go Urshifu. That way I can get a U-turn off. I want to go Arcanine, but I don't think I need the health on this just yet. It did a lot. I think that might be banded. Let me actually calc this. I can figure this out if it is banded or not. I don't have time. I got a U-turn. I want to see how much that's supposed to do. Yeah. So I could get flame bodied here. That would be really annoying. Oh, that's so unlucky. Super unlucky on my end. So defog. Man, I am not in a great position. Torn's definitely my win con, but I am not in a great position right now. So I'm just gonna go for attacking moves here. I don't want to try to set up. I just want to Bleak Wind and. Oh man, I'm playing too safe right now. I'm not making enough calls on this. Goes for Flare Blitz. Alright, come on, connect. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, not great. Not great at all. Alright, so the question is from here, does he stay in? Or does he go into... He has a lot of switches he can go into. He could also roost here. Things at full health. I don't think I get much out of this. I'm going to call the switch. So he stays in. Maybe you get a roost off. Nope. Just gonna go back to Arcanine, no reason not to. That Flame Body is going to be annoying. I can still revenge kill Chienpao, which is ultimately why it's there, but a little annoying that now I won't be able to check some of the other mons. Yeah. So I'm gonna heal up here. So dual wing beat defog. He doesn't have roost, so he's saving this. Yeah, this thing is back. I can't let this thing do things. Like I can't let it trap me. I need this. Unfortunately. So this thing could just fickle beam me. I would love damage off on this. I'm gonna go for another Bleak Wind. See what he wants to do. I imagine I'm about to get fickle beamed. So withdraws. Not much I really wants to take this. Please kill it. Please connect. There we go. Torn kills Talon. Oh man, it's a close game so far. I'll go back to Arcanine. Just always keep switching out on this, even if it is the most predictable thing. Like, I always have to switch. Psychic Fangs does nothing, that's good. Okay, so the question is... I'm just gonna get a burn off. I don't lose anything. Talonflame's gone, so Something's gonna get burnt coming in, and I'm okay with that. That Palmont, the way it's being played, makes me think Scarf. It would make the most sense. So Arcanine is huge, needing to be here for that. Okay. So my one fear right now is that Fickle Beam could come out. I've done this switch so many times. Like, I really want to make this play. I don't think you would Earth Power. I've made the switch to Torn. If I go Torn, like, we can always play this game back and forth. I think I'm gonna go... That's tough. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna go Torn. I wanna say that it's just going to go for like a Fickle Beam. Makes the double. So this is interesting because like I feel like I can pretty safely Nasty Plot on it. So far it's only revealed EQ. So I have no idea what this is gonna be. I'm just gonna Nasty Plot here. I don't think this thing can really do much that's gonna make me worry about that. Ice Spinner's annoying. And I'm gonna go for a Heat Wave here. I'll live another one. Oh, that's Heat Proof. I'm still gonna go for another one. Please connect. Please connect. Don't miss. Don't miss. Come on. Come on, Torn. Don't miss. You got this. Oh, this is so close. Yes. Yes. So Torn kills Bronzong. That's 3 kills for Torn so far. Torn's doing work right now. Palmont's definitely Scarfed. I feel like it's gotta be Scarfed. Yeah, you bring this in because it's Scarfed. So, I'm gonna go into this. So he wants to go for it. What's he doing? Volt Switch, yeah, so this is Scarfed. This is... Okay. I don't know, this thing is... I think I think I value getting this thing out, honestly. I could also go into Urshifu. It doesn't do a lot here, and I think that's gonna be the play I make. See who wants to go for. Oh my goodness. Let's go for a U-turn. Super close game right now, but this I honestly I need to get Horn healthy again to be able to take on the Hydrapple. That is my main concern right now. Withdraws. All right. So I'm gonna go. Problem is he can just Volt Switch here. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna go Torn to bait the Volt Switch. And then instead, I'm gonna go Regidrago. If he goes for CC, then, you know, definitely good on him. But I feel like he just always Volt Switch here. I'm getting this thing back up healthy, which is good. See what you wanted to go for. Woo! Had that a lot. Okay, so actually right now Draco's really free. Because he can't use that again. And there's no way you go into Chien-Pao. No way you go Chien-Pao. I want damage off on this. He's gonna go into his Hydrapple again. Big damage. Big damage. That's huge. Okay, so it's at a little bit under 25. It's at like right at 20. So if let me see how much this does. I'm just gonna say you're max. Dragon Claw should KO from here. So I'm gonna go for that. I don't want to miss. This should KO. Oh, that's big. That's big. Ooh, we're looking pretty right now. We are looking really good, guys. This. Ooh. That Draco is huge. I'm just gonna let this thing go down, honestly. I think we had this. Now the question is... Yeah, I think I just go Urshifu and just click CC. It will do the most. It should still kill everything. I think we got this, guys. I think we're good. Oh man, this is scary though. Come on. Come on. Sack the Chien-Pao. Sack Chien-Pao. There it is. Okay. Okay. All right. So, how much health is Arcanine at? Okay. I think I'm safe at this point to just sack this. Alright, so I'm gonna assume I should be fine. And I want the differential. That still does a lot. There it is! Oh, we did it! We did it! Oh, that was so close. Okay, that Terra Hydrapple is, honestly, in my opinion, the scariest thing in this draft. The scariest Terra Captain is by far that Hydrapple. But that was such a fun game. Muffinzz, great game. That was, man, that was honestly probably one of my favorite games playing here. It was stressful. I was nervous. There were times where I didn't even know what to say because I was just super nervous. So, oh my goodness. Well, great game. And guys, we're continuing our winning streak. We are moving up the ladder. We're bouncing back from that week 1 loss. And I'm pretty sure this puts us in, or at least keeps us in the top 3. I know we won last week's game to a forfeit win, unfortunately. But that brought us into 3rd place. This should keep us pretty high up there. So we're looking strong, and I'm just super excited. I'm having a great time. I hope you guys are enjoying the battles as well. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you guys next time.